Hey guys, it's Elena. This week I went to the thrift store and I found a really cute dress, and I also scored a really nice vintage pair of Levi's. So I'm going to show you how I fit the dress to me and also how I customized the pants to fit me as well. So I went to the thrift store and I got a few things and I'm super excited. But I wasn't able to try them on because the fitting rooms are all closed, so we're gonna see how it goes. I got some old Levi's that look really nice for $8. And then I got this super cute dress for $6, and I love the embellishment, and I like that it's denim, and I like the Peter Pan collar. This is like right up my alley. I love this so much. It has pockets already, which is kind of a plus, but I'm thinking it also has, what are these? Shoulder pads. So I'm going to take these out. I'll probably take in the shoulders a bit because it will probably be really lumpy. And then I'll probably take in the waist and then shorten it. It's pretty long. I think this will be really cute though. Okay, these are actually really cute. It fits my butt perfectly, but the waist is large. So I think this will be perfect. I think I just need to take it in at the waist a bit. And then it fits here really nicely. And then I might take in the legs a bit too, because I don't know, they're a little wide, so I might take them in just a little bit. Okay, here is one last look before I make any adjustments of the dress. Quick turnaround. And then here I took out that left shoulder pad, and you can really see a big difference. So I probably should have cut these out with the dress off, but I just really wanted them out right then. So I just am kind of like yanking on them and cutting them out, and there is the shoulder pad. And then I took the dress off and put it on inside out, and I'm just kind of pinching along that shoulder about how much I want to take it in, and am just kind of pinning it to know how much I should be taking in. And then you can do the same exact thing along the waist. Just pinch it in a little bit and mark it with some pins. While wearing my dress, I also marked where I wanted it to cut off and where I wanted the hem to be. So I took it off and then added about a ½ inch to an inch so that I would have enough for a hem, and then I just started marking and then cutting. And I am kind of lazy when it comes to cutting off the bottom of dresses and skirts, so I just like cut a few inches and then keep folding it until I go all the way around, and that works usually pretty good for me. And then I'm just doing a normal double folded hem all along the bottom. So I'm folding it up about a ½ inch and then folding it up again, and then pinning it and ironing it and making sure that it's even all along the bottom of that skirt and making sure that it lines up where that button meets. Once you have sufficiently pinned all along, you can go ahead and just do a normal straight stitch, and this part is always really satisfying and feels like a really good checkpoint because, I don't know, I just feel like the length of a dress really does make a really huge difference. So I always really like trying it on at this point and seeing how it looks. here I am at the shoulder seams. Take a measuring tape or a measuring gauge and make sure that you are taking it in the same amount on both shoulders, and then make sure that you are tapering it in and out the same amount on both shoulders as well. That part is very important. And then, like I said, just kind of taper it out and make sure it looks really smooth when you put it right side out. Here I am at the waist. I'm kind of using the same technique, but I am having to do it a little bit more extreme because there is a pocket kind of high up, so I don't have tons of room to taper it on the skirt, but I'm tapering it at the top and it worked pretty good. Okay, so here are the pants before I've done anything to them. Honestly, I'm kind of getting like SpongeBob SquarePants vibes with the shape. It's just not flattering on me at all. It just feels very squarish. These are men's pants too, so that does contribute to a lot of the lack of shape. So basically, I'm just putting on the pants and kind of pinching along the waist and butt crack. It's like the least flattering angle ever, but you know, we do what we gotta do. So I'm just taking safety pins and I'm using some large safety pins, and that worked a lot better for me. And I'm just kind of pinching in and marking where I want my seam to be. And then I kind of just went off of that, and I'm making sure that I like the fit along the top. And then I also wanted to take in the legs a little bit. There are lots of ways you could do this, but I basically just took pins and pinched in starting around my mid-thigh and tapered it in all the way down so that I could get more of that like mom jean, popular, trendy vibe, and I really liked it. So before we move on, I just want to touch on a few different methods that you can use to take in the waist of your jeans. So the first thing I've seen on YouTube was actually somebody using a shoelace to like tie up the waist, and it looked very uncomfortable. I think if you wanted to do that for a short-term solution, like for pictures or something, I think that'd be fine, but for long-term solution, it's not really viable. Another thing I saw was elastic, and I think that would be a good choice if you had something that was only needing to be taken in like maybe an inch or a half inch, but otherwise I just did not want a big gathering look on the butt, so that's why I personally went for a dart. This method is permanent, but it's also not as noticeable in my opinion because you are only going over seams that already exist, and I think it just makes the fit look a lot better. One of the other methods is using a dart, but also taking in the waist so that you are covering up that raw edge. And though I think that's a great way to make it look professional, for me personally, the extra hour or two that it would have taken to do that extra step just wasn't really worth me not having to see a raw edge on the inside of my waistband. But I do really think that is a great option, and something definitely to consider. I know there's a lot of other people that have made videos on that method if you are interested. So here is just kind of a look at that dart that I'm taking in. It's not super drastic, but it is honestly enough to make a big difference, and it really did make these jeans fit so much better. And so it was honestly the perfect amount. Do be super careful with how you're pinching it and make sure that you are lining everything up when you fold it and do that dart. And also go really slow because it is a lot of thick fabric, so be really careful not to break any needles here. Then, just to make my life a little bit easier, I'm taking out all of those safety pins and just changing them out for normal pins so that I can sew along that leg side seam with more ease. And you can see I'm just taking in a couple inches and tapering it towards the top so that it is a really nice smooth transition. Because we are working with such a thick type of fabric, it's very important to trim off all that excess seam allowance. That would really bulk things up when you're wearing it and make it really uncomfortable. So this is a very important step. Don't skip it. And here's the final dress. I didn't make any major changes. I just really wanted to embrace the original dress design and just kind of bring it up to modern society. Make it a little bit more to my taste and make it so it actually fits me and is flattering to my body type. And I actually really liked it. I'm definitely gonna wear it. And then here are the jeans. I cuffed them just a little bit at the bottom, but I am really happy with how the leg shape came out, and the fit is perfect and makes my bum look nice, and I like how high they are. They just turned out really good, and they were a really good score. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was very informative and inspires you to go pick up some of your own treasures from the thrift store.